Hi, welcome to Sacred Habits. I'm Jessica Amos, and you probably know who I am, but if you don't know who I am, this would be the time to introduce myself. I'm a mindfulness and meditation teacher, a life transformation coach, and I'm the founder of Stay With Yourself. Stay with yourself is the practice of being who you are, where you are, and honoring yourself in each moment. And Sacred Habits, the Sacred Habits program, is part of the work that I do in the world to help you learn to stay with yourself, learn to honor yourself in each moment, help you listen to your own inner wisdom and the movements of your own hearts and your own desires, as well as just learning to take care of yourself in the world and create a stronger sense of self-love, self-respect, right? Self-care and self-honoring. So that's what Sacred Habits is about. That's why I created it. It has come from the many years that I have been doing this work myself personally, as well as working with students and clients throughout the years, thousands and thousands of students and clients throughout the years, which is incredible to it's incredible to realize at this point. So Sacred Habits has come as a way to help make habit creation feel good and help make habit creation feel like something you love doing. It's not just like another task or another shoulding on yourself or thing that you have to do because you're told you should do that. The idea behind it, and this is what I have found to be true, is we're picking one thing, the one habit at a time method, which we'll learn about in the program. We're picking the one thing, the one habit that we're going to do, and we're going to explore, and we're going to get really intimate with this one habit. This one habit we're going to pick in. We're going to check in with our hearts. We're like, what would feel really good? What would feel really good to do every day? What would even excite me to show up to do this thing every day? And then how can I make it easy? How can I make it fun? How can I make it luxurious? How can I honor my own essence pace? How can I remove the restrictions around this habit so that it has room to breathe and grow and nourish me in the ways that it wants to breathe and grow and nourish me, if that makes sense. So an example of picking one habit and letting it breathe and grow and nourish you, I'm going to use this example from Wendelin, who she's a founding member. She went through the first round of Sacred Habits and has participated in several sessions so far. Her first habit that she picked for the first round of Sacred Habits was she wanted to walk every day. And so we worked on helping her remove her restrictions around that habit, which would mean, okay, what constitutes walking? Walking up and down the stairs in your home, walking outside to the mailbox, walking, out in the back 40 on your property, walking through the grocery store, doing your grocery shopping. Those all counted as walking. So expanding our ideas around the idea so that we have more room to explore what this habit can give us through our mindful awareness if we allow walking to count in many, many areas. Another restriction we're removing is the time restriction. Oh, you must walk for 20 minutes or 30 minutes or an hour or it doesn't count. That all minutes count, that some minutes are better than no minutes, right? Some minutes are better than no minutes. If you do something for 1 minute today, that's still more minutes than you might have done it yesterday if yesterday you said, oh, I have to do it for 20, but I don't have 20, right? So if you don't have 20 minutes to walk, that's fine. Walk up and down your stairs one time, done, that took you a minute. Some minutes are better than no minutes. So removing those restrictions around this one habit so it can breathe and grow. And then we're adding luxury and ease to these habits as well too. So again, for Wendelin's walking habit, how can we make this luxurious? How can we make this fun? How can we make it easeful? So, okay, if walking is your habit, that might mean the weather can be any number of ways on any given day. So it might be good to have a couple of different pairs of shoes that you can throw on before you go outside. You don't want the shoe excuse to get in your way, right? And Gwendolyn even made her habit really luxurious by ordering herself a new pair of shoes that she was really excited to wear. I'm a style person, so, you know, if I get to wear my new shoes outside, I might be more willing to go outside and show off my new kicks, right? Such a beautiful way to go about it. She also was like, ooh, I have all these different hats I can wear depending on the weather. I have my summer hat, my autumn hat, my rain hat, and then she has all these jackets too. So she kind of put together a little luxury pack for herself of like on any given day, it's not a problem. She can throw on these shoes and this jacket and this hat and she's ready to go. And that just brings a bit of ease and a bit of fun into the walking. So luxury and ease. And we're going to keep exploring all these things, as well as our essence pace, as well as the life-death life cycle that we go through with our habits and with our hearts, with our minds, the metamorphosis and transformational process that comes about by really getting intimate with this one habit. We're going to explore our blocks, what stands in our way. Our self-talk is going to come into it. So we're going to be practicing lots of self-compassion. And again, coming back to the practice and the intimacy of getting to know this habit and what it is this habit wants to give to you and reveal to you, and even letting the habit change. Gwendolyn shared with me recently that after we did that first round of Sacred Habits and her habit was walking, she didn't necessarily walk every day. She definitely walked more and she did her walking habit. But another habit came about that has really stuck with her ever since, and that was putting sunscreen on her face every day. So knowing that her habit, her intention was to walk every day, when she was just doing her morning face routine, she just started putting on some SPF because she knew her intention was to get outside and to walk. So whether or not she ended up walking that day, she ended up having a habit of putting sunscreen on every day, which is a habit that Gwendolyn was wanting to have, but it wasn't the habit that came to mind when she picked the walking habit. So you see how it works, right? We're really here to explore what would nourish us. So whether you're wanting to just wash your face every day, to do something to care for yourself every day, to connect more with your loved ones every day, we're here to practice showing up for ourselves and showing up for our lives. And we're doing that in community because I have found, honestly, that this is so much easier together. It is so much easier together, and it's so much better together because we learn so much from each other and so much through the sharing of what it is we're doing and what it is we are practicing here in Sacred Habits. So we get to share our process. We get to share, where it feels really good. We get to share maybe where it doesn't feel so good. We're coming together, finding out we're not alone, and it strengthens us in a really powerful way. Because as we practice together, and maybe you have one habit and I have another habit and someone else has a habit, but we're sharing what it is we're practicing, we are staying connected to one another and to ourselves. And we're even kind of developing a subset of habits. Every time I went for a walk during that first round, I would think of Gwendolyn, right? So it's just really lovely to know that we're not alone in these practices and to share in our processes together. And it's just so much better together. It is so much better together. And as we find ourselves, we find each other. And it's just wonderful to practice with people who understand you and who share your same heart for, growth and healing and self-love and self-care, because we cannot pour from an empty cup. So we're here to fill our cups first. Speaking of, so this is what I invite you to do. Just poke around, make sure you go to the calls, the sacred calls section and RSVP and put all the calls on your calendar so you know when they're happening, you get the reminders for those calls. Go look at the study hall space, the sacred study, and go through the welcome packet, look at the guidelines, do the first assignment, just poke around and get familiar with the space. download the Circle app onto your phone and then just log in from there, and the community will come up. You can do it from your iPad as well too. So you have access to this community 24/7. You have it on your desktop, your laptop, your phone, your iPad. You get to have full control over the notifications. Go to the Start Here section on the app and go through some of those tutorials on how to set your notifications and just get familiar with the space. Get familiar with it. And then I would even say decide on a time of week, just like maybe 30 minutes, that you're going to engage with the weekly content, where you're going to watch the weekly video and maybe read through the suggested practices, look at the writing prompts, and see what is resonating with you. And if none of it's resonating with you, or all of it's resonating with you, just find a way to sit with it for a little while. Sit with the teachings, make sure you're just making time. I would say it doesn't need to take more than 30 minutes a week, and you can do it in parts too. 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there. And then I also suggest trying to share in the community, in the group space, in the sharing circle at least once a week. So just jumping in, giving a little update, a little check-in, responding to other members' comments and things that they are posting. And I would just say 1 time minimum of engaging in the community would be really, really lovely. So try to come to the calls. If you can't come to the calls, don't even worry. The calls are great and it's wonderful to come. There's never any pressure to be there on time. You can show up late, you can leave early, you can come with your screen turned off. Like, just let it be easy. That's one of the things we love practicing here, is letting it be easy. Let it be easy. It gets to be easy. If you're driving your car, running errands, making dinner, sick in bed, whatever you're doing, just log in for the call and it's totally fine. We'd rather see you. Again, some minutes are better than no minutes, even on a community call. Do what you can and do what feels really good. But the point is that this gets to be easy. This gets to be incorporated into your life. You don't need to turn your life upside down in order to do this program. You get to have a busy life and do this program. Like, what better time to practice than now in your life now, and find a way to practice these habits that you want to do now, not waiting for some better future tomorrow to suddenly arrive. You know what I mean? Yeah. Okay, this is going to be great. I'm so happy that you're here. Thank you for being here with me. It's a huge honor. I love this program. I really, really do. I think you're going to love it too. And reach out if you have questions. I think that's it for now. These videos that I make for you are typically about 10 to 15 minutes. Sometimes they can go to 20, but feel free to just listen like the same way you would a podcast or the radio. Just turn it on, listen to it, and just notice what stands out to you. I say a lot of different things and a lot of different kinds of ways, because everyone learns a little different. Everyone hears things a little differently. So if it seems repetitive, that's why. I like to repeat myself, because it's through repetition that we create new habits. It's through repetition that we create new neurological pathways and new connections in the brain and body. So that's what we're here to do. We're here to do one thing repetitively, with love, with ease, with care, and be open to allowing our lives to shift without having to turn our entire life upside down. Fuck yeah. Amen. Yes. Okay. Thanks for being here with me. May you stay with yourself today and always. See you in there. Bye.